Well, hello there. How are all my stamping friends? It's so nice to be here today. May I say that I could not ask for more beautiful weather. There is sunshine. It's in the low 70s, and it is just there's a lovely breeze. Oh, it feels so good to be outside. That's what I'm going to do out here. I have a plan. Okay, I'm going to share my plan with you. You are now responsible for keeping me accountable to my plan. I don't have the garden help I've had in the past. And so it's sporadic and not a lot is getting done. Well, that's not true. A lot is getting done, but it's much shorter amount of time that my friend and her son have allotted me. So I need to go out and actually work in my yard. I know the osteoarthritis in the knees and the foot, it's not going to feel good, but it's going to be okay. And I need to go out and do some work. So I'm going to hook up my utility cart to the riding lawnmower, get my tools, and bring it around front. And my plan is to work half an hour a day, almost every day. Hi, Hillary. How are you? Do you hear my plan? You want to keep me accountable? Hi, Gladys. Yes, I need to work. I need to work in the yard. So I'm not going to do crazy, wild, over the top things, but I do need to deadhead and pull a few little weeds and just get things in shape. So half an hour a day, 5 days a week. Let's not do it every day. Let's do 5 days a week. And I'll have my riding lawnmower and my little utility cart to put all of the trimmings in, or the weeds. And so that's what I'm going to do. I've got a plan. I need to stick to it, and you are now my accountability partners. Thank you. Oh, okay. So how is your day going? Things are going okay? What's your temperature like, Gladys? You still have that really high humidity? Oh, how will you know I'm doing my 5 days a week? Well, I will check in on Friday when I do my live, and I will tell you how many days I made it. Let's hope it's 5. Oh, thank you, Gladys. Yes, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. As long as I'm up and moving, they don't hurt as bad. And I'm going to go start physical therapy. Well, I can't. I've got to make the appointment. She said to give it a few days. Check in. Oh, you'll check in with me. Thank you. Oh, I can ask you, Hillary, if you're getting your watering done. Absolutely. So, what is in your cup today? I'm going to show you what I've got. This is the Snarky Tea Lemon Lime Punch. Now, as you might remember last week, I did not like the raspberry lemonade. Not good, not good. So, this is super tasty. I love it, and I will be ordering a large package of it because this one I love. Oh, you got rain, Gladys? That is nice. Plants like that. We didn't get any rain. We did get the tsunami warning, which was interesting and exciting the other night. It was not bad here. I think it raised the water level about a foot. So that's not bad out in the bay. Other places got it much worse. So I'm glad that here was fine. So let me show you what we're working on. We are going to do the spotlight technique. I've done 2 cards, and we're doing something a little different today, a different stamp set. So this is one I did Monday night. Oh, you forgot iced tea too, Gladys. Which one? Is it the Snarky Tea? This is the, see, I brought it over so I could show you, because you know I'm not going to remember it. Hugs and Healing stamp set. I just thought this was so cute, and how could I not love this with a dog and a cat cuddling together? And a cat and another dog. So I made it, and I had to cut because the stamp set wasn't really as big as it would have been nice for it to be. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Are you home from traveling? I cut this down. Instead it was supposed to be 2 by 2, and then the mat was 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. I think I cut it down to 1.5 inches. And so I can have a little something to show that I actually was spotlighting it. Regular tea today, Gladys. Then last night, the punch is absolutely great. Oh, and Arnold Palmer. I like Arnold Palmer's. And I suppose you could get those sugar-free, couldn't you? You could make it sugar-free using non-unsweetened tea and maybe a Crystal Light lemonade. You've given me an idea. I might have to do that. So here I use the Charming Day set. I use this stamp. The problem is that these stamps are not photopolymer, they're the red rubber. And I had a horrible time. Oh, hi, Sarah, good to see you. I had a hard time lining it up so that, well, as you can see, it's not diagonal, it's not straight. It's kind of cattywampus, which is okay. But I just wanted to do something with photopolymer because that is easier to line up. So these two we're going to set aside. We're going to set it behind me on my laptop, which I hope is charging, because I couldn't figure out who the cards go to from last week since my devices were set up, my phone and iPad were set up here, and I figured, oh, I'll just use my laptop. Well, yeah, it wasn't charged, and it doesn't seem to want to charge. This is not a good thing. Mixed Florals is photopolymer. It's got the beautiful floral stamps, and it's large. Large is good when you're doing the spotlight technique. So what I've got in my little envelope is a Cardbase out of thick basic white. For the inside, I've got a matte layer. Oh, there's actually two here. There it is. A matte layer, and this is the Charming Day Designer Series Free. It's probably not called that. Let's see what it's really called. It is officially called Floral Charm. And it is really pretty. And although I like the front, I like the back the most. There's something about this subtle design. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? So these two are the same design, just different colors. And then it's got a timid tiger with this design. I don't know, I think I might be using the back of this one. Maybe I'll have to order another set of papers when I do my pre-order. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and the basic white piece is 3 3/4 by 5. So just, you've got a little margin. If you wanted to, you could make it a little more, but since I wanted to find a big stamp, I thought I should leave it this size. I also have that same setup for the inside, which we will stamp something on. Thank you, Sarah, for saying the cards are cute, and Hillary and Cindy. I'm glad you like them. And then we've got the little white piece 2 by 2 to stamp the spotlight on, because that's all we're going to color. And then another piece of the DSP to mat it on. And you wouldn't have to mat on Designer Series paper. I just kind of thought it'd be pretty. And yes, if I'd used a die, I could have cut it out of the middle of this and been very efficient and better use of paper, and I did not do that. I guess I wasn't in an efficient mood today. Now, because it's photopolymer, I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat, separate the two, and the first thing I want to do is I want to stamp my sentiment on it so I can get it up here out of the way so I'll know where I'm stamping my bigger stamp. You could do Thinking of You, Just Because, Anniversary, Hello There. That's what I'm using. Celebrate, Birthday, Thanks, and Happy. And these are really nice. It goes all the way across, and you could put a little flower at the end if you wanted to. That's why it's called Blooming Phrases. Blooming Phrases. And I'm just using black memento ink today. So let's stamp it up. ink it up. Not getting too much pressure on it. I think I did okay. And I want to put this across the top of my slightly messy little mat. I'll line up the grids. So hopefully it'll be close to straight. That looks good. The way I cut my paper, I try to get one edge that is well, if it was fabric, it would be called the selvage, right? The one edge that is the edge of the paper, and then, so sometimes one of them on the side looks like it's a little off, so I just iron it with my bone folder, because this is a great little iron, right? Okay. Now we're going to play with the big stamp. And I am not sure exactly how much I want on it. So we can figure this out together. Oh, most of it goes on. I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle, because I like angles. Besides, if you put them on totally straight, then sometimes, if it's just a tiny bit off, it doesn't look right. But if you do it angled on purpose at first, that works. Sarah, I'm also a fan of the blooming phrases. First of all, I love squiggles, and that makes me happy. Oh, Gladys, you have the same iron. It is the only iron in my house that gets used, I tell you. I pretty much am a non-ironer. No, let's not say pretty much. I am definitely a non-ironer. Although I do have a system. You want to hear my laundry system? If it's something I think it might be ironed, it's my permapress, and or they might wrinkle if it sat too long, I wash it, I put it in the dryer for 10 minutes, and then I take it out, because it's got enough heat to loosen up those wrinkles, and then enough weight from the water yet to pull the wrinkles out. And so I do that, and then I hang them and let them dry. So that works for me. We are not coloring this. We're going to grab our little 2x2 piece and decide where we want it. Now, I am kind of partial to, this is where a stamp positioner would come in handy. I would have gotten one of mine out if I had thought about it early enough. But it doesn't matter what angle this is on. Let's see. I'm going to pick this back up. You could probably put your little piece on, because it's going to cover over the piece, and just ink it like you were doing a multi-layer, that technique. What's it called? Anyone know what that's called? Oh, Gladys, you and I are on the same wavelengths for laundry. So I'm not going to drop this. I'm not going to drop this. I'm not going to drop this. So if I do it like that, and I pull it over like this, and do this, it should sort of work. It'll be close. But it's so much easier than trying to do it with red rubber stamps. And I have extra flowers on this, so I'm going to not do as much shading. When I did, when I did the Charming Day, I used both the Bubble Bath and the Highland Heather. Nope, Fresh Region. And I colored them in, leaving just a little bit of white in there. But this one, since I have an extra little flower, I could pull in an entirely different color. That sounds like work. So I'm going to take my light Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to color in my leaves. And you know, I have a terrible time chatting and coloring at the same time. It's like way too hard for me. But I will try. Oh, hi, Kat. Nice to see you. You're not late. We're just getting started. You didn't have to hear about my gardening plans, my tea, which, by the way, this snarky tea is so good. The lemon lime punch? Yes. Lemon lime punch. So good. I think it is my favorite. Although the cherry is good too. Okay. Get our little leaf here. Oh, this is also leaf. Just wanted to make sure. Sometimes I have to look at the whole picture. And then it needs just a little bit of dark. I'm just going to put that right up the center here. Oh, that didn't go up the center quite well. Put it right there. There. And then I'm going to go back with the light. And I'm going to work that in. So that those will blend. And I want to leave the lighter on the outside anyway. So I'm just going to try and go over the center where I colored the dark. I do love blends. And now that I think about it, I think I'm just going to use the dark and do the tulip stems. I might go over them twice. This is a little bit of the leaf. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have noticed that. There we are. And the more you go over the blends, they get just a little bit darker. And I want those to stand out a little bit from the background. Then, let's see. I'm thinking I'm just going to use dark Highland Heather. Oh, Peachy Keen and Blueberry Apple are your favorites, Gladys. I also like the Crystal Light Peach Iced Tea, Cat. I bought a package that had a mixture, and that's what went first. Sadly, since it all went first, then I've kind of gone through the others. And right now, I find I actually like the pomegranate, but I didn't think I would. So I left it for last. So that's what I'm drinking now when I have Crystal Light. Oh, Lori, you did make it. Oh, Lori, I have a question for you. Have you contacted Kathy about the kitchen stuff she might have? Or things like that? She usually has lots. Okay, I'm not going to use the light Highland Heather, I don't think. So let's go with, we're going to have bubble bath tulips with maybe a little Highland Heather on them. We will see. But for right now, I'm just going to color the light color because I like to start with light. I know not everybody does. But I like to start light, add my shading, and then go over it again with the lightest. So if I use more than one color, I'm going to pick the lightest of the colors, go over the whole thing, then go in with the second lightest and do my shading. And then if I'm bringing in another set of colors, I'll do that again. And then I go over it all with the lightest. I got a little more color down here. And I think I'm going to use the light Highland Heather and maybe give it just a little subtle color around the tips. Oh, it's not Highland Heather though, it's fresh freesia. Grab my light bubble bath. Oh, Laura, you do dark first. A lot of people do. Just going to go over it, see if we can get everything to blend in. Maybe a little lighter, because that should look rounded. Same with this, we'll leave a little to look rounded. And hopefully you like that, because I like those colors. Oh, you hadn't called her and you will today, good. Now, how did I do? Just line it up and see how it spotlights just that section. So let's take and put it on our mat. We're not going to put our mat anywhere. Nowhere yet, because we're going to want to use dimensionals on it. I like the spotlight technique. It really shows off just a little bit of the flower. Oh, goodness. A little hot air on here to help release it. So yes, now you know, I admit, I am full of hot air. As are we all. Let's see. That might not be quite. That's looking okay. Well, that doesn't look okay either. Some days things just don't line up right. Let's do this. It is a very small, there, that's better. A very small border on this one. And now let's put on some dimensionals. Get some scissors here. I used up all my dimensionals. I have more sitting behind me. And then I got to thinking about this wide edge that's on the little ones, and that those need to be used too. And I usually have them left over, like 3 or 4 of those just sitting around. So I decided to go ahead and use them while I still have small dimensionals on them, so I have fewer pieces of paper sitting in my basket. Hillary, I agree. A bigger stamp is better because you really see the spotlight more. Okay. So where does this go, we ask? That looks about right. That looks right. Just going to lay it down gently. I think it needs to actually come a little bit this way. There, I think we've got it. So there is our spotlight. And the rest of the card is super, super simple. I'm just going to get rid of this so it's out of the way. Use a little Seal Plus. Mat this. And it does have a bigger border. I got this a 1/4 inch difference, so it should go together a little easier. And then it's going right on our card base, nice and flat. With the big image, the larger image, I didn't want to do the whole wraparound like with the, I had so much space with the Hugs and Healing stamp that I wrapped a ribbon around it. But I did tie a bow because it's flowers after all. Oh, it's flowers. I missed a super big thing. Where is it? Here it is. Wink of Stella. I don't know what God gets into me sometimes, but flowers have to sparkle. So let's sparkle our flowers up. I am going to leave the ones in the background just plain, although it's hard because they would look really cute sparkled too. Okay, talked myself into it. It's still a spotlight because the color's on the inside, right? The flowers really should sparkle. Who's with me on that? Flowers should sparkle. I think the bloomin' phrases go with just about everything that has flowers in it anyway. I don't want it quite that long, but I don't want it super short either because I am going to take these and put it right down here. I think. Or here. What do you think? Where should I put this cute little bow? Or do I leave it off? While you're deciding that, I'm going to work on the inside and the envelope because one more use for our stamp. As we can make both our envelope and our inside look good. Now you do need to be a little careful because you're going to have to write an address here, right? So there we are. And because I can't help myself having things hang over just a little bit, even though it's not all greenery, I am going to do this. There. Sometimes I just can't help myself. As is evidenced by the fact that I had to Wink of Stella the white flowers. And this I probably didn't need to ink near that much. So it's just going to sit down here. But again, you will notice that we have flowers. And I think Wink of Stella is great on white space. So we'll give them just a little sparkle. Because we can. And There is no reason why the postal carrier shouldn't enjoy seeing sparkle too. Right? I wonder if they even notice. Now in the kits, I'm putting the basics, but I'm not going to be able to stamp them for you. So it's going to be kind of a plain kit. But you will make it beautiful with your stamps and inks. Because there's a little alcohol in the Wink of Stella, and I really don't want it to spread out the Tuxedo Memento black ink. I go ahead and I try to be really careful, but just in case I picked up any black, I always wipe my Wink of Stella off. Because it would be bad to have that accidentally go somewhere else. I know, Wink of Stella, best product in the catalog. Shh, don't tell anybody I said that. So we've got our inside, our envelope. Is this not just a quick and easy card? Let's see. This actually is mentioned. It is directional. Not that anybody's going to see it. But I think that subtle print around the outside looks really good. I did think about using just plain cardstock or the lightweight cardstock or the two-tone cardstock, and decided that the DSP added something. Okay. Now, do we have anything about the ribbon or the bow? Nope, nobody has an opinion on the bow. Do we need a bow? I know we need some rhinestone basic gems, basic jewels. Put the bow up here. Smaller designs needed a bow. I'm not sure this stamp needs a bow. So if I don't have anyone saying where I should put the bow, I think I'm going to leave it off. But I'm still listening. I'm still open. Okay, let us... No bow. Thank you, Gladys. No bow for Cindy. Very good. Thank you. I'm glad we all came to this on the same page. Here are some of our rhinestones. I really like the rhinestones. You could color these if you wanted to. I mean, this one's going to actually be a flower center. How's that? But I just think they are probably my go-to. No bow, just bling. Okay, Sarah. It also has all that Wink of Stella shining on it. I don't know that I can get the shine on the camera. There it is. I can see it now. Just a little bit. So we have a pretty card. We have an ugly stamping mat. Let's move it. We've got a card with the spotlight technique, which is just a really easy technique, but it's got some pow to it. And our envelope. Yay! I am so glad we did that. Moving this out of the way. I'm going to... I did have an idea. My idea was for today. Oh, let's do Happy Mail first. Sarah, I have two things from you. I have this adorable little thank you card. That is so cute. What a good idea to put in with something that you're sending out. I really, really like that. And then your Joyful card, which is really pretty. bubble bath, I think. And then I have a card from my friend Dina. She's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And she went to a craft fair and bought a handmade card to send me. And it was so nice. She said she found it at a craft show. Someone else is nearly as talented as you are. And she's going to be here for a visit in October. So I'm excited about that. I haven't seen her for a while. Yes to bubble bath. Thank you, Sarah. I thought it was. It's what, because to me, in my brain, it matched. Just because things match in my brain does not mean it actually matches. I have learned that the hard way. And I think that's all I've got today. Oh, no, I wanted to tell you what I want to do. And I just didn't feel like I could make that big of a mess this week. But I want to take the sunflower embossing folder, use the debossed side, color in, maybe with blending brushes, color in the sunflowers. And then I want to take my black Memento ink and I want to make a big inky mess and rub it all over that and make a card with that. So that's my plan for this week. I'm going to get over the fact that everything. Oh, hi, Cindy. How good to see you. Yeah, it's going to be messy. And I'm going to have to be okay with that because I think it's going to be cool. And I might try to raise some other card friends and see what we can do with them, with the embossing folder. Maybe bringing in blooming phrases again. Who knows? Anyway, I think that's it. And I want to thank you for coming and chatting with me. It's so good to see you all. I did forget to put myself in the corner, didn't I? So that I can't actually wave normally. I'm glad you like it, Cindy. It's a fun technique. And it's great to see you all. Next time I might remember to put myself in the corner again. What's that? Dirty Dancing. Don't put baby in the corner or something like that. I like being in the corner. It's a small little corner. Keeps me out of trouble. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And until I see you next week, happy crafting. Bye-bye.